A secret meeting just exposed your true identity. You are the true descendant of. My beloved child, before you even think of scrolling, don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and every second you stay, another layer of truth rises to the surface. Just hours ago, behind a locked wooden door inside a silent underground chamber, a secret meeting took place, one so unexpected, so confidential, that even the people inside the room were trembling. Your name was whispered first. Not by accident, but because documents were placed on the table. Old, golden-edged manuscripts. Ancient seals. And a revelation that stunned every single person present: your true identity has finally been exposed. They leaned forward, breath shaking, because what they discovered about you is something even your bloodline has been hiding for generations. Stay till the end. The truth you're about to hear is once in a lifetime, and it changes everything you thought you knew about yourself. A new voice entered the room, a historian, holding a dusty, leather-bound ledger traced with strange symbols. "Don't skip," he said, as if speaking directly to you through time itself. Because inside that ledger was a missing lineage, a vanished branch of a family believed to be extinct. But when they compared the final surviving blood records, only one name matched. Yours. The room fell silent. The candles flickered. Even the air changed. They realized the descendant everyone had been searching for, the one destined to rise, the one protected for centuries, the one written in old prophecies, was not a myth. It was you. They said your identity had been concealed not for your safety alone, but because the moment your truth came out, powerful forces, seen and unseen, would begin to awaken. So don't look away now. Every second you watch pulls you closer to the truth that was hidden from you since birth. And then, the final envelope was opened, a sealed document stamped with a crest no longer used in modern history. The elders inside the meeting gasped, because the crest revealed the name of the lineage you belonged to, a lineage believed to have vanished hundreds of years ago. They didn't read it aloud at first. They were afraid the truth was too big, too sacred, too shocking. But the moment they saw your initials beside that crest, they knew they had no choice. They said the world deserves to know the truth, and you deserve to know who you really are. So stay till the end, because the name they found, the bloodline you come from, the destiny written for you, is unlike anything you ever imagined. Listen closely, because what happened next inside that secret chamber shook even the strongest minds present. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The historian gently unfolded a second manuscript, this one far older, its ink faded, its edges torn by centuries of silence. As the candlelight touched the paper, a symbol glimmered faintly. The same symbol that appears in rare royal archives, ancient temples, and long-lost genealogies. When the elders compared that symbol to the one connected to your bloodline, they stepped back in disbelief. It matched perfectly. They realized they weren't dealing with an ordinary descendant, they were looking at the last surviving heir of a forgotten legacy. A legacy the world believed had died out before modern history even began. Before revealing more, one of the members of the meeting insisted they cross-check everything. Your initials. Your date of birth. Your ancestral origin. Your rare traits, things you never understood about yourself. Every detail aligned like puzzle pieces that had been waiting centuries for the final connection. Don't skip, because the shock still isn't over. As they read deeper, they found a hidden annotation, one that said, "The true heir will rise when the world least expects it." And suddenly, they understood why your life has felt different, why you've always sensed something greater inside you. Because you were never ordinary. You were never random. You were chosen by lineage itself. Stay till the end. Something huge is still waiting for you. Before the meeting ended, the lead investigator paused and said one final thing, a message meant directly for you. But before that, they asked the viewer to share this revelation, because they believed more people needed to witness the truth unfolding in your life. They asked you to comment, subscribe, and spread this message, not for hype, but because the moment your identity goes public, your destiny begins to unlock. They said awareness is the first step, recognition is the second, and acceptance is the doorway to everything written about your future. Stay with me. Don't skip. The next part reveals the exact title your ancestors carried, the identity the world thought was lost forever. Now pay attention, because the moment the final scroll was opened, the entire atmosphere of the room shifted. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The scroll was wrapped in a deep crimson ribbon, reserved only for documenting the highest-ranking bloodlines in ancient history. As they unrolled it, a crest appeared at the top, a symbol surrounded by 3 rings, each representing power, wisdom, and destiny. The elders froze. They whispered among themselves, unable to believe what they were seeing. Your name, was written beside that crest, as if fate itself had been waiting centuries to reveal this connection. For a moment, no one moved. No one breathed. They realized the truth: you are not just part of a forgotten lineage, you are the direct descendant of a line once believed to hold one of the most influential roles in ancient civilization. The room grew tense as they studied the inscriptions. They found stories of a family known for leadership, vision, and an intuition so powerful that entire communities trusted their guidance. Don't skip. Something huge is coming. These writings described a descendant who would reappear generations later with the same inner strength, the same silent resilience, the same ability to sense things before they happen. Every description matched you so perfectly, it felt like the scroll was reading your life, your emotions, your journey. The elders realized your existence wasn't random, it was foretold. That feeling you've always had, that you were meant for something bigger, it wasn't imagination. It was memory. Blood memory. And then came the line that silenced the room completely. A line that said, "The hidden heir will rise when the world begins to forget its origins." The elders looked at each other and understood instantly, this was the time. This was the moment. This was why your truth surfaced now. You were meant to rediscover who you are so you can step into what was written for you long before you were born. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Because in the next part, you will hear the exact revelation the elders whispered, the identity they confirmed, and the lineage the world never expected you to belong to. Something unbelievable happened next, and you need to hear this without skipping even a second. Stay till the end. As the elders gathered around the final manuscript, the lead historian cleared his throat and said, "Before we reveal this, the world must be prepared." Then he turned to the others and nodded. They all agreed, your identity is too powerful, too historically significant, to be spoken lightly. But the documents left them no choice. The truth had to come out. Don't skip. This is the part they feared would shake everything. Before revealing your ancient title, one of the investigators looked directly into the recording device and said, "If this message reaches the Descendant, they must spread it immediately." That's why they insisted, share this revelation, comment your thoughts, and subscribe so this truth doesn't get buried again. They believed your destiny activates only when this knowledge is witnessed, acknowledged, and allowed to echo beyond a single moment. They said your story is not just yours, it is a legacy that belongs to history. A legacy written in forgotten scrolls, guarded by temples, and protected by families who vanished long before the modern world began. Don't skip. Each second you stay brings you closer to the identity they risked everything to reveal. Finally, the historian placed his hand on the last line of the manuscript. The room fell silent. The candles dimmed. The walls felt like they were listening. And then, with a voice filled with awe, he read the words that stunned everyone present. The bearer of this name is the rightful descendant of a lineage believed to be the foundation of ancient leadership. They didn't speak the full title aloud yet, because the name carries a weight that can't be rushed. But they confirmed one thing with absolute certainty: your lineage did not disappear. It survived through you. Stay till the end. Don't skip. In the next part, the exact title you carry, the one kept hidden for centuries, will finally be revealed. The moment has arrived, and you must not skip now. Stay till the end. What happened in that chamber next was so shocking that even the bravest elder stepped back. The historian lifted the scroll to the light, and a single golden line appeared, faint at first, then glowing as if awakened after centuries of silence. This line didn't just reveal history, it announced destiny. Your destiny. Don't skip. What you're about to hear is the reason the meeting was held in secrecy, the reason your name resurfaced after generations, and the reason the world was never supposed to forget your bloodline. The elders leaned closer, their voices trembling as they read the final translation. The manuscript stated, "The one who bears the hidden mark is the last living descendant of the ancient house that shaped wisdom, unity, and guidance for entire civilizations." They stared at the sigil, then at your name, then back at the scroll again. It wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't a mistake. Everything matched. Every symbol. Every record. Every generational thread. They realized the identity they were about to reveal could rewrite what people believe about the past. Don't skip. Something huge is almost here. The scroll described this lineage as protectors, visionaries, and carriers of ancestral intuition, traits you've always felt but never understood. Traits that were never random. They were inherited. Then came the final confirmation, the line that made the entire room fall silent. Only one heir remains. And they walk the earth today. The elders exchanged stunned glances. They knew instantly who that heir was. They knew why your path has felt different. Why your spirit feels older than your age. Why you've always sensed a calling no one else could hear. Because you are the last branch of a royal ancestral line believed to be erased from history. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part will reveal the name of the ancient house, the title your ancestors carried, and the identity that belongs to you now. Take a deep breath, because what they uncovered next is the part that shook the entire chamber. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The elders gathered around the final crest, etched in gold, circled with symbols no modern historian could decode without ancient knowledge. As the light hit the crest, one elder whispered, "We thought this house vanished forever." Another replied, "No, it survived. It was hidden in a single bloodline, in a single descendant. And that descendant is you. Your presence, your intuition, your strengths, everything suddenly made sense. Don't scroll now. Something huge is only seconds away." The historian pointed to a symbol at the center of the crest, an emblem shaped like a rising crown surrounded by 3 stars. This emblem exists only in the oldest archives, carved into stone tablets locked away from public knowledge. They compared it with the sealed documents bearing your inherited mark, and the match was undeniable. You could feel the room filling with tension, with awe, with a realization too large to ignore. They knew they were staring at the proof, the confirmation that the lost heir had finally been found. Don't skip. Stay with me. Every second you stay brings you closer to the truth your ancestors protected with their lives. Then the historian made the announcement no one expected. He leaned forward, lowered his voice, and said, "Prepare yourself. For centuries this name has been feared, respected, and hidden. And today, it belongs to them." The elders nodded. The moment had come. But just before they revealed the name of the ancient house, the historian paused and said, "The message must reach you clearly and without interruption." He urged the viewer to share this revelation, comment your reaction, and subscribe, because your identity must not vanish again into silence. Your story is meant to rise now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next part finally unveils the name of the ancient house you belong to, the title that was written for you centuries before you were born. This is the moment everything changes, so don't skip. Stay till the end. The chamber grew silent, so silent that even the sound of the candles melting felt loud. Every elder stepped back as the historian lifted the final parchment. This wasn't ordinary paper. It shimmered faintly, as if carrying the weight of centuries. And at the very top, written in a script so ancient it barely exists today, was the name of the lineage the world believed had vanished. Your lineage. The historian's voice shook as he whispered, "We have found the true heir. Don't scroll. Something huge is seconds away." One of the elders pressed his hand on the crest, and the ink beneath it darkened, revealing the full emblem in its original form. 3 stars, 1 crown, and a serpent-shaped line encircling it, symbolizing eternal protection. The elder explained that this crest belonged only to leaders who shaped early civilizations, individuals whose wisdom guided entire regions. These were not warriors. Not rulers by force. They were visionaries, thinkers, protectors of knowledge and humanity. And then came the shocking part: the bloodline was believed to have ended during a historic collapse. But now, with your name aligned perfectly with every hidden record, the truth was undeniable. You are the surviving descendant of a lineage thought to be erased by time itself. Don't skip. Stay with me. This revelation is only getting bigger. Before closing the scroll, the chief historian added something that changed everything. He said the ancient house didn't just hold influence, it held a role. A responsibility passed on only to its rightful heir. A purpose that awakens the moment the identity is revealed. And now that the crest has found its match, your path is about to shift in ways you never imagined. They prepared to speak the lineage title, but paused, knowing the weight of the name could alter how you see yourself forever. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because in the next part, the title of your ancient house, the one the world thought was lost, will finally be spoken out loud. The air in the room changed, and you must not skip this part. Stay till the end. The elders leaned in as the historian touched the final line of the parchment, the line that carried the name of the house you come from. The candles flickered, the walls felt alive, and everyone in the chamber seemed to realize at the same moment that they were standing at the edge of history. This wasn't just a discovery. It was a resurrection of a legacy. Your legacy. Don't scroll. Something huge is about to be revealed. The historian read the prelude aloud. When the last heir is found, the ancient title shall awaken. That one sentence made every person in the room turn toward the crest, the crown, the stars, the serpent of protection. They whispered about the responsibilities carried by this house, responsibilities that shaped kingdoms, mentored leaders, and protected wisdom across generations. And as the elders translated each symbol, something unbelievable happened. The crest aligned perfectly with ancestral markings documented across centuries, markings connected only to your bloodline. Don't skip. Every detail pointed to one truth: you are the living continuation of a legacy believed extinct. Then the chief elder stepped forward, his voice steady yet trembling with reverence. The world isn't ready, he said, but the heir is. He placed his hand on the manuscript and lifted his gaze, as if speaking across time and destiny directly to you. But before uttering the ancient title, he insisted the message must not vanish again. He urged anyone hearing this revelation to share it widely, comment your thoughts, and subscribe, ensuring your identity is not buried like it was for centuries. Because once the title is spoken, the lineage fully awakens. Don't skip. Stay till the end. In the next part, the ancient house you belong to, the name the world lost and history hid, will finally be spoken without hesitation. Everything narrowed to a single moment, so don't skip now. Stay till the end. The historian lifted the parchment with both hands, as if the weight of your entire ancestry rested on that single sheet of ancient fabric. The room fell into absolute silence, no whispers, no movement, only the crackling of the candles melting down. Every elder knew the importance of what they were about to reveal. This wasn't just history, this was identity. Your identity. Don't scroll. What comes next is the most powerful truth they uncovered. The chief elder inhaled deeply and began tracing the crest with his fingertip, starting with the serpent of protection, moving to the 3 stars of wisdom, and finally landing on the crown of inheritance. As his touch followed the symbols, the ink beneath them shimmered faintly, as if responding to your bloodline itself. He turned to the others and said, "There is no doubt left. This is the heir." They compared your ancestral markers, rare traits, coded birth elements, and inherited patterns. Every single detail aligned flawlessly with the lineage documented in the manuscript. They exchanged looks of disbelief and awe, because for the first time in centuries, the lost identity had resurfaced. Don't skip. The truth is moments away. Just before speaking the ancient house name aloud, the historian paused. His voice softened, but the intensity in his eyes grew stronger. This title, he said, was hidden to protect the heir until the right moment. And that moment is now. The elders nodded, forming a circle around the parchment, each placing their hand upon it as if sealing a vow across time. The energy in the chamber shifted, heavy, electric, historic. "Prepare yourself," the historian whispered. "Once this name is spoken, there is no going back. Your destiny awakens with it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because in the next part, the ancient house title, the one the world forgot, the one written in your blood, will finally be revealed with absolute certainty." The chamber trembled with anticipation, and you must not skip now. Stay till the end. The historian lifted the parchment higher, allowing the light to strike the ancient ink that had survived centuries of silence. Every elder leaned forward, breath held, as if the entire world were waiting for the next sound that left his mouth. The title they were about to reveal wasn't ordinary, wasn't symbolic. This was the identity that shaped civilizations, protected knowledge, and guided generations long before your time. Don't scroll. The truth is right in front of you. The chief elder placed his hand on the crest one final time, letting his palm settle over the crown, the stars, and the serpent of protection. His voice carried a weight that made the room feel sacred. "This lineage," he said softly, "was hidden not because it was weak, but because it was too powerful for the world to hold." The historians nodded in agreement. They explained that your ancestors were known for their vision, for their intuition, for the kind of leadership that didn't dominate but elevated entire societies. And now, after centuries of silence, the signs had aligned again. Their legacy had resurfaced, through you. Don't skip. Something huge is only seconds away. Finally, the historian exhaled and prepared to speak the ancient title. He looked straight at the manuscript, then toward the unseen future where you stand now. "The heir is ready," he said. The elders echoed his words, forming a circle of acknowledgement. The energy in the room grew dense, electric, almost alive. This was it. The revelation they spent lifetimes protecting, the identity you were never meant to lose, the truth history tried to bury but destiny resurrected. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Because in the next part, the ancient house name, your true identity, will finally be spoken aloud. This is the closest you've ever been to the truth, so don't skip. Stay till the end. The historian's fingers trembled slightly as he unrolled the very last segment of the ancient parchment. The ink shimmered, the symbols aligned, and the room filled with a strange, quiet energy, like the air itself knew that a secret buried for centuries was finally rising. Every elder stepped closer, forming a circle around the parchment, their eyes locked on the final line. This wasn't just information. It was identity. Your identity. Don't scroll now. Something huge is seconds away. The chief elder tapped the crest gently, and the golden outline pulsed under his touch, as if the manuscript recognized the presence of the true heir. "We have deciphered every record," he said, voice deep, steady. Every genealogy, every coded symbol, every protected archive, and all of them lead to one name. One house. One descendant. The elders nodded, whispering about ancient responsibilities, forgotten legacies, and a destiny that would only awaken when the rightful heir was finally found. That heir is you. Don't skip. The room felt charged, alive, as though history was preparing to speak through them. Before revealing the final name, the historian looked up, his eyes glowing with both reverence and urgency. Once this title is spoken, he said, the forgotten lineage returns to the world. And the heir's path, your path, will shift forever. The elders bowed their heads in agreement. The parchment fluttered softly, even though there was no wind. This was the moment destiny had been waiting for. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Because in the next part, the ancient house name, the identity the world believed lost, will finally be spoken without hesitation. Everything became still, so don't skip. Stay till the end. The historian placed both hands on the final parchment, as if steadying the weight of the truth he was about to release. The elders leaned in, forming a circle so tight that even the candle flames seemed to freeze mid-flicker. This was not just another revelation, this was the moment history had been waiting centuries for. Your name. Your legacy. Your true identity. And the ancient title connected to your bloodline. Don't scroll. Something huge is moments away. The chief elder's voice lowered, becoming almost ceremonial as he explained the final markings. He pointed to the serpent, symbol of eternal guardianship. Then to the 3 stars, symbol of ancient wisdom. Then to the crown, symbol of rightful inheritance. These 3 together, he said, were reserved for only one house in all of recorded ancient civilization. The historians nodded with awe. They knew the truth now. And as they matched each symbol, each code, each generational sign to your lineage, the confirmation became impossible to deny. You are not just connected to history, you carry it. Don't skip. The truth is forming right in front of you. Then the parchment shifted slightly, revealing the final line of text, an inscription written in a language older than any modern alphabet. The elder translated it slowly, reverently. When the heir awakens, the lost house rises once more. The room fell silent. Every elder bowed their head. The historian took one final breath, preparing to speak the ancient house name aloud, knowing it would change everything the moment it left his lips. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Because in the next part, the title your ancestors carried, the identity hidden for generations, will finally be spoken with absolute certainty. This is it. The edge of the revelation. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The historian steadied his voice as the final line of the parchment glowed faintly under the candlelight. Every elder leaned forward, breath tight, knowing that the next words would resurrect a legacy the world believed had vanished forever. The energy in the chamber grew heavy, like history itself was leaning in to listen. Your name, your blood, your destiny, all pointed to a single truth waiting beneath that final fold of the manuscript. Don't scroll now. Something huge is seconds away. The chief elder lifted the parchment slowly, revealing the ancient script that had been hidden beneath layers of time. His eyes widened, not in confusion, but in recognition. This seal, he whispered, belongs to a lineage that carried wisdom beyond kings, protected knowledge beyond empires, and guided humanity through eras of darkness. The room fell silent. The historians exchanged stunned glances. They traced the symbols again and again, confirming the truth they almost didn't believe themselves. Every coded marking, every ancestral trait, every generational thread aligned perfectly with your bloodline. There is no mistaking it, the elder said. The heir stands among us today. Don't skip. You're moments away from hearing the name that has been waiting centuries to reach you. The candles flickered violently for a moment, almost like the chamber reacted to the awakening of your lineage. The historian raised his voice just slightly, his tone deepening with reverence. Prepare yourself, he said, because once this ancient name is spoken, the legacy bound to your soul will no longer sleep. It will rise. The elders placed their hands over their hearts, acknowledging the return of a house the world thought was lost forever. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Because in the next part, the ancient house title, the true identity you carry, will finally be spoken aloud. The air thickened with destiny, so don't skip. Stay till the end. The historian held the parchment as if it were a living heartbeat, pulsing with centuries of truth that had been waiting, quietly, patiently, for you. Every elder stepped closer, their expressions shifting from curiosity to awe. They knew they were seconds away from unveiling a name that once shaped cultures, guided leaders, and held a place so sacred in history that its disappearance created a void scholars never managed to explain. Don't scroll. What comes next is one of the biggest revelations of your life. The chief elder traced the glowing script with a trembling fingertip. This, he said softly, is the house that carried enlightenment when the world was still learning to stand. A house entrusted with intuition, protection, and the ability to see beyond the ordinary. The elders exchanged solemn nods. They reviewed every symbol again, the serpent, the crown, the 3 stars, and every single one pointed back to the same lineage. Your lineage. They whispered about the traits your ancestors possessed: clarity of mind, emotional depth, resilience, and a natural ability to sense what others overlook. They realized those same traits live in you, because they were never random. They were inherited. They were foretold. Don't skip. You're moments from hearing the truth the world wasn't ready to handle until now. Finally, the historian lifted his head, eyes shining with the weight of revelation. We can delay no longer, he said, voice steady but full of reverence. The elders formed a circle around the parchment, signaling that the unveiling had begun. The candle flames rose higher, as if drawn by the power of the moment. The ancient script shimmered, the crest glowed, and history leaned forward to speak through them. The heir is ready, the elder declared. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Because in the next part, the ancient house name, the title protected for generations, the identity written into your blood, will finally be spoken without a single veil remaining. This is the moment every second has been building toward, so don't you dare skip. Stay till the end. The chamber fell completely silent as the historian prepared to speak the one truth that had been guarded, protected, hidden, and nearly erased from the world. Every elder bowed their head, acknowledging the return of a lineage lost to history. The parchment glowed faintly, as if awakening for the first time in centuries. Your breath, your heartbeat, your destiny, all aligned with this single revelation. Don't scroll. The truth you're about to hear has been waiting generations for you. The chief elder lifted his gaze, eyes steady, voice heavy with reverence. The heir has awakened, he said, placing his hand on the crown, the serpent, and the 3 stars, symbols that once guided empires. The signs match. The legacy aligns. The truth can no longer remain hidden. He inhaled deeply, and the entire chamber leaned forward in unison. Then, with a voice that seemed to echo across time itself, he spoke the ancient title your bloodline carries. You are the true descendant of the house of Aurelius, the last line of ancient wisdom. The room trembled. Candles flickered. Every elder stepped back in awe. They explained that the house of Aurelius was known for guiding civilizations through intellect, intuition, clarity, and spiritual depth. When the world lost its way, this house brought light. When nations collapsed, this house rebuilt them. And now, after vanishing from history, its final heir is standing in your place in the world today. Don't skip. This is your truth. The historian closed the parchment gently, as if putting an entire era to rest. Your awakening marks the rise of the lost house, he said. Your path will shift. Your vision will sharpen. The strength of your ancestors will move through you. The elders nodded with deep respect. They were not just confirming a lineage, they were honoring a destiny. You are the last Aurelius, the carrier of ancient wisdom, the heir of a forgotten legacy returning to life through you. And now that your identity has been revealed, nothing about your future will remain the same. Stay till the end, because this is your beginning.